That is one nasty scramble. Alright, there you go.
I'm tired of being in the mountains. Can't sit still.
Hey,
You keep getting pulled every which way.
Dan, do me a favor.
No. Shut up, huh? You're so funny.
Here's the river.
Look how pretty.
Ah! Oh, cool. Just had a near-death experience, y'all.
You want to get some pictures out there?
No.
What do you want to do?
No.
You want to stop and take in the atmosphere? You don't want to step out and hear it? Just listen.
I'm good.
Wow.
That would be so fun.
Who wants to go whitewater rafting with me?
I'm good.
Please tell me you're taking some pictures. Not just video.
Yes. Back off, buddy.
She ain't taking pictures.
She's
Weirdly shaped rock.
It's okay, I can
That
multitask.
dog wants to go swimming.
Anybody know what the green and red things are? They're points. When you come down in a kayak, they do competitions.
Actually,
and for every
I
gate you make it
can.
through, you get certain points.
Bye-bye. So we are currently in North Carolina. I'm not really sure what we're doing. We're on our way to Jackson, Mississippi.
We need to remember this place, Mary. Let's do the old Rolodex.
Ah!
Yes, indeed.
Pretty cool, huh?
Try to go tubing in that water.
I wonder if it's cold.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Most water is.
Oh, look, they're boating.
Oh my gosh.
Better watch out for that big old rock.
They are a little stuck.
Here comes the raft.
My achy breaky heart. No parking.
This is the Chattahoochee.
At the Chattahoochee?
Yeah, got on Chattahoochee. It goes harder than a hoochie.
Hope they don't hit that brick in the
You
wall.
people are taking way too long.
They're
like,
stuck.
seriously.
They're going in circles. I feel like they're in trouble. Danny.
Do I need to jump in?
You jump in? You fall.
You think it's really cold though?
Yeah.
Go build it.
Please don't encourage her. Do not encourage her. Lock the
You
door.
got a lot to take out of your seat here.
You know, she's gonna fall.
She's gonna fall into the water.
I have to.
No, you don't.
You have to fall into the water? Coffee, please? I have to know if it's cold. How cold it is.
You can ask them.
No, is it cold? It's making me have to pee, actually.
They are,
Making you have to pee looking at water?
That's kind of weird. Yes. They're coming in right where I was going to go in. How rude.
Wow, it's deep.
Wow. Oh. She was just stuck.
Alright, let's go.
let's
No,
go. Yeah,
I
can we go?
want them to move.
They're not
No.
gonna move. They're getting out. I don't have time to wait. I'm gonna save your life.
Thank you.
I just wanted to feel the water.
That looks so much fun, though.
I can feel some water. The gas station bathroom.
Danny, do you want to come here for your graduation?
No.
No? What do you want to do for your graduation?
I'm going to a zoo to pet monkeys. Oh, are you filming?
Oh my god, look how cool that is!
I just want to sit there and watch people go by in their raft.
What were we talking talking about? Yeah. So we're on our way to Jackson, Mississippi, and we're traveling down. Oh, that dude is not. No, I'm trying to talk. Leave me alone. Anyway.
So rude.
You're rude. You're interrupting my
Wow,
vlog.
these raptors. Bunch of them.
How do we have more chicken nuggets? Where's these come from?
We got 40 of them. Look down here.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Oh, look at them all.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Oh my goodness.
About 3 bucks in the water.
I want to go kayak.
Me and Veronica did that one time in the Guadalupe. We were youngsters.
Next set of stairs.
Sorry? Pull off for what?
That dude is having the time of his life. Wearing a helmet and everything.
Stairs?
Yes, there's stairs.
Oh my gosh. Can we not? Could you stop?
Look at the bridge.
Can we not encourage this?
Oh my god, we got places to be.
Yeah, I would really like to get on the road.
Once in a lifetime chance, okay?
No, it is not.
It's really not.
Hold that. I'm so tired of her. I'm gonna give her up for adoption. I actually lost my phone. It's unfortunate. Hey vlog, so we're gonna leave our mother here. Drive off. Where did my phone go? Christian, did my phone fall back there?
You shouldn't lose your phone a lot.
Vlog. It was literally on the floor.
Go home.
I'm gonna kiss my baby.
We'll just keep doing that. Somebody better go protect her.
No, she chose this.
Or somebody better go protect her from herself.
Could you?
She's gonna walk out on that bridge. Allie, get on the bridge and get some video.
Do you want to take the people? Fine. Bye, vlog. That was something big penis alert. I don't know how she's going to get back up here. No, go back. Back.
Very jiggly bridge.
Is it really?
That's not fun.
Going on that bridge. I was going to get some footage, but if it's that... I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. Y'all got close. It jiggles. I ain't going on a jiggly bridge.
Do it jiggle?
It jiggles and it wiggles.
Not in a fun way. Jiggly. Way.
Well,
Would you look at that?
I just don't know about that. Guys, extreme windy. Extreme windy. Chris, Danny, where did we go eat last night?
Gordon Ramsay! Woo!
Get ready.
Yeah, I think that's the name of the restaurant.
It was actually fish and chips, but it was like a.
His restaurant.
No, it wasn't his restaurant. Like he has like a food market type thing.
Food market?
I don't know. What do you call it? Like food court? It's food court.
Look, they got picnic tables.
Oh, cute. Picnic tables. Decaying picnic tables.
Why do they gotta be decaying? Why can't you see natural beauty?
That ain't natural beauty. Those are actually man-made. You can't just grow picnic tables.
I should be videoing this kind of stuff.
you gotta do it.
There's a building for rent. We can open us up a gift shop and sell snow cones.
Yeah. Look how beautiful that is.
Sell hand dipped bluebell ice cream, snow cones. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be a nice retirement.
I just want to go down those rapids.
That looks fun, doesn't it?
Huh?
That looks fun, doesn't it?
Yeah. But,
Shit, just look at that drive ahead of you.
yeah, I can't look at that anymore. Anyway, so,
Just so y'all know, we got about 50 miles left to do.
great. Cool. I'm
Is that
chilling.
funny, Megan?
She thought that was very fun.
Allie, you might want to take a nap.
Yeah.
Raptors!
We're a little stuck, bruh.
These are very minimal rapids, though. That could definitely be having fun. You could almost tube through all this.
There are lots and lots and lots of rocks.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, hello,
Anyway,
oh my God, you guys, slow it down. Allie, if you need me to pull over for a little bit, you let me know. I'm sure we can find something for your mom to get into.
What are you applying, Christopher?
That you like exploring.
I have a curious mind, okay?
Is that what they call it?
Yes.
Most people call it stupidity.
no.
And one, we've come a long way since our
Well, we are here. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Wisconsin.
So we got like 5 minutes. Enough to go in and I guess get brochure and pay.
Where are the people standing in the middle of the driveway?
Is there more on that?
Singing songs used to sing.
Oh wow. Them cannons.
Let's go check out the visitor center before we drive through.
Anybody want to go to the visitor center?
Sure.
Who's got the keys to the car?
You gonna go in? I believe it's just the 3 of us. Did you want to go in? Y'all are lame, man. How'd you even find this?
Don't know.
Cool.
Don't remember.
Yeah, so the dude from the Arlington house at the cemetery was the general for the Confederacy.
Danny, you can stay in the car.
Okay, no. And then Ulysses Grant was the Union general. I don't remember how he was appointed though. I think one of the Adams dudes also fought in the Civil War. I could be wrong. I don't know. There's like 2 of them, isn't there?
So, hey folks, how are you? We got about 3 minutes before we officially open, but you can come on in.
If you guys would, if y'all don't have like a national pass or previous military, you know, just swing that by the booth. We're gonna go set up out there and get ready. Thank you.
And if you want to, folks, we have a 20-minute video that's going to be starting in the theater right over here shortly. You're welcome to check that out.
So, ma'am, do you just not know how to park, or did you take 2 spots on purpose?
I'm leaving.
Wow. Huh?
I knew I was only gonna be here a short time. Sorry about that.
You don't have to.
Well,
You don't. That's hostility. You don't have to.
I know.
If there's an issue, we can call law enforcement and take care of it.
Well,
I think there's enough for
I think I stopped it.
Because it's
I
so
mean, I'm
full.
not sitting there. I don't want people having.
See ya. Have a good day. Stay safe. Drink water.
Do you have your phone number and I'll call you if I
But-
can?
Folks, we have a 20-minute video starting in the theater in 1 minute.
He's going. I'm going. 20. Let's do it.
Oh, perfect.
In October 1863, General Ulysses S. Grant.
Yeah.
President Lincoln had placed him in charge of taking a town on the Mississippi River called Vicksburg. For months, Grant had repeatedly tried and failed. Now, his military career was in jeopardy. So was the fate of the war, someday. Desperate, Grant would devise a strategy so daring, so original, that even his favorite general, William Tecumseh Sherman, doubted it.
Confederacy.
Yep.
Once it was taken, that was the end of the war.
Pretty much. I mean, the Union already had so much of the Mississippi River, which was what they used for resources and such.
Yeah.
So, losing that was like kind of the end of the South. Resource outlet. I don't know. They do it by passenger?
May 22nd, 1863.
Do we really need that?
Yeah.
It takes you through the whole park.
After federal forces failed to take the Confederate defenses by storm on May 22nd, 1863, General Grant's army began conducting siege
Why don't you wait till we get
operations,
inside?
digging trenches and placing cannons at strategic locations.
It's like we were sitting there.
Well, you're supposed to like follow along with like the markers and stuff. I don't know, it's just a thought, you know?
Identification and credit card ready.
They don't take cash? Identification? What the fuck? That's how you need an ID for. Valid for 7 days. Private vehicles, $20. Right there.
Do you have a national park pass for previous military service?
No.
Okay, $20 and it's card only. Where you guys coming from?
We live in Gerald, Texas.
Harold, Texas. You know, I think it's funny. I have a good friend of mine lives there. He's got a house there. I don't know if he's moving back there or moving somewhere else. That's
Yeah.
a nice area.
Yeah. Yeah, we like it. Yeah, we don't have cattle, but we're on about 4 acres.
Hey guys.
Nice area. Thank you, man.
You guys have a safe trip.
Want that?
22nd, 18. After federal forces failed to take the Confederate defenses by storm on May 22nd, 1863, General Grant's army began conducting siege operations, digging trenches, and placing cannons at strategic locations. Captain Samuel de Gollier established this battery on May 25th, 1863, putting his 8th Battery Michigan Light Artillery on this ridge. During the siege, upwards of 22 cannons on this ridge bombarded the Confederate defenders both day and night. Civil War artillery was organized into groups of up to 6 cannon called batteries, which allowed federal artillerymen to constantly bombard the 9 major Confederate forts guarding the roads into the city. Among the cannon mounted here are smoothbore and rifle guns. By looking at the front of the cannon muzzle, you can tell them apart by looking at the interior of the barrel.
This is the start,
Rifle
right?
guns will have a series of ridges that spiral towards the back of the barrel, while smooth
He's talking about all the cannons and stuff at the very front.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So we're
horizontal.
behind.
Well,
Yeah, so stay here.
smooth. All of the green guns you see in the park are made of bronze or iron. Tell the difference. Just remember, the bronze turns to green with age.
Here, Mama, you might.
And if there's any doubt about the ability of the fellow gunners positioned here during the siege to hit the Great Redoubt, a Confederate fortification marked by the tall granite monument some 650
It'd be easier for
yards
you
in
to
front of
take pictures, Allie, and for me
Most
to
of
hold the
guns
video.
of the Gaulish battle to hit targets from 1,600
I could take
to
it with my
1,800
phone.
yards
Okay.
away. Sadly, the Gaulier, who had earned a reputation during the Vicksburg campaign as one of the most capable artillery officers in Grant's army, only served here for a few days before a Confederate sharpshooter severely wounded him.
I don't know when to move on.
I'll tell you what.
We're waiting for the video or the audio to catch up to us.
Moving north up Union Avenue, follow the road westwards.
Apparently, this is harder than what we thought.
Keep moving.
What am I doing?
Go. You may go now.
I may go now. Nothing's playing. It's pretty.
This is the house we're coming to.
So just so everybody,
Known by both Union and Confederate soldiers simply as the White House, the Shirley House is the only wartime structure that remains on the battlefield. Built in the late 1830s, James and Adeline Shirley purchased the house in 1851. Although the Shirleys were slave owners, they were not for disunion. When the secession crisis came, James supported the Union, as did the majority of Vicksburg voters, who recognized that their fortunes were bound to the free flow of commerce on the Mississippi River. In early spring 1863, the Shirley House boasted a manicured walkway, a beautiful garden, and fruit trees in the backyard. A pastoral scene that conflicted with the raw Confederate fortifications built the previous year just a few hundred yards down the Jackson
Union
Road,
Trench.
leading towards Vicksburg. In May,
if you need me
the
to
Shirley's
stop,
lives
holler.
would be changed forever.
I never saw a White
James
House.
and his
though.
daughter Alice found themselves trapped in Clinton, Mississippi, and separated from the rest.
Keep driving.
Cool.
Family when Union soldiers cut the railroad running to Vicksburg.
777th
Home alone with
Infantry.
son Quincy, Adeline
Another
found
trench
herself
right
defending
here.
her house, literally. Fearing that the Shirley's house would be used by Union sharpshooters, the Confederates ordered it burned down and sent a soldier with a torch to complete the task. But Adeline Shirley, unwilling to let her house go up without a fight, begged the soldier not to, delaying him so long that the advancing Union soldiers shot the unfortunate man.
100,000?
Not here, at least.
Jeez. Sure, a lot of trenches.
Imagine falling down that. That'd be tragic.
What's Ohio mean?
Um,
What's Ohio?
I think each state had its own general. If I'm not, you had like your own units. I'm assuming that's what those are.
Gotcha. Infantry.
It should say on there. Illinois.
Yep, that's Illinois.
Mommy, I don't see a house.
Up there.
Yeah, the infantry. Yeah. That ain't a house. That's mine, man. That's not up there.
Yeah, that's Illinois. Indiana. Union Trench. Quincy Smith. Wisconsin. What's this?
Hold on. I think I got a picture
Good.
of what that is supposed to be. That is the Minnesota Memorial. That is...
Minnesota Memorial.
It's a bronze sculpture of peace based on Pax, the Roman goddess of peace. She holds a sword in her right hand and a shield in her left, symbolizing both armies have placed their weapons under her care. Draped over the shield is a laurel wreath, symbolizing victory and reconciliation.
Oh.
They have them scattered around. They're called
Ohio. Missouri. Illinois. More trenches back there in the woods. Just imagine this was covered in soldiers. Dead soldiers.
I wonder if like most of these shoes that are legal are like.
I can't see what that says. But,
Missouri Jade or something. Slap out that plaque right there. I'll get it.
why don't you get a picture? Danny, get some pictures of these. And I'm looking, filming the battlefield. There's the battlefield out there, people.
The battery fires around 3,541 rounds of ammunition raised. Huh?
Yeah. That's what they had to get past. Crazy, huh?
I can't imagine standing out, especially in those really big outfits.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's sick, tired, dehydrated, just, you know, miserable. More Illinois.
Missouri.
Missouri.
known by both Union and Confederate soldiers simply as the White House. The Shirley House is the only wartime structure that remains on the battlefield. Built in the late 1830s, James and Adeline Shirley purchased the house in 1851. Although the Shirleys were slave owners, they were not for disunion. When the secession crisis came, James supported the Union, as did the majority of Vicksburg voters, who recognized that their fortunes were bound to the free flow of commerce on the Mississippi River. In early spring 1863, the Shirley House boasted a manicured walkway, a beautiful garden, and fruit trees in the backyard. A pastoral scene that conflicted with the raw Confederate fortifications built the previous year just a few hundred yards down the Jackson Road, leading towards Vicksburg. In May, the Shirleys' lives would be changed forever. James and his daughter Alice found themselves trapped in Clinton, Mississippi, and separated from the rest of the family when Union soldiers cut the railroad running to Vicksburg. Home alone with son Quincy, Adeline found herself defending her house, literally. Fearing that the Shirleys' house would be used by Union sharpshooters, the Confederates ordered it burned down and sent a soldier with a torch to complete the task. But Adeline Shirley, unwilling to let her house go up without a fight, begged the soldier not to, delaying him so long that the advancing Union soldiers shot the unfortunate man. Failed to take this Confederate fort by storm on May 22nd, General Grant ordered his army to begin siege operations against the Confederate works. Subsequently, Federal engineers supervised the digging of approach trenches from the Union lines towards all the Confederate forts marked for destruction. The first of these approaches was started just past the Shirley House and extended to the 3rd Louisiana Redan, one of 2 massive forts guarding the old Jackson Road into Vicksburg. The Union soldiers made quick progress, reaching the point of the Redan in a matter of weeks. Not content to stop there, they continued on with a tunnel 40 feet long and directly underneath the men of the 3rd Louisiana Infantry Regiment, manning the fort. On June 25th at 3:30 in the afternoon, the front of the fort erupted in a geyser of dirt and smoke. The Federal infantrymen had packed 2,200 pounds of black powder in the tunnel and hoped that by blowing it up, they could open the way to Vicksburg. The earth rose up and swallowed the Confederates, leaving a crater 40 feet wide and 12 feet deep. A blue column of Federal soldiers stood in the approach trench all the way to the Shirley House, preparing to pour through the smoking hole in the Confederate line and bring the siege to an end. But that was not to be the case. For when the men of the 45th Illinois rushed into the crater, they ran into a wall of Confederate iron and lead. Trapped in the crater and unable to advance, the Union troops persevered for 24 hours before finally withdrawing in failure. On July 1st, they detonated another 1,800 pounds of gunpowder under the Redan, but made no attempt to launch an assault.
You want to get pictures that way? I see the wheels down in there. For mowing? Riding 4-wheelers. Danny's not being cooperative for some reason. Danny's an idiot. A shitbag. A fucktard. A dipshit. No, she's still not hearing me. Well, would you look at that? Who wants to take a dive?
I will. I should go fishing first. I wonder how many bullets it would cost to find.
That's what I told Mommy when you were out of the car. I said I'd love to have a metal detector. Just all these deep, what do you call them? Look how deep that is down there. Gorge? I don't know. Holler? Danny, you're not involved in this. You don't get to talk. Danny cannot talk. Eat your peppers and shut your pie hole. Stuff your pie hole with peppers. You do have a point, Danny. Stuff your pepper hole. You have a rod in your back. You ain't kicking nobody in the head. Headquarters or Sherman Circle? We'll go Sherman Circle and then come back out, I guess. Does that scare you? Well, then we need to go back to where we were, where you said we can't go there, number 10. Oh. Well, we need to go back to 10.
Redan formed the center of a group of fortifications that beat back 2 major Union assaults. The northernmost of these fortifications, a lunette or half-moon-shaped earthwork, was occupied by the 27th Louisiana Infantry. From here, the Confederates could direct fire at any Union troops who made it to the base of the
Wow, Allie, you want a picture of that? Look.
Further blocking Federal hopes on the Graveyard Road, Confederate engineers built a poplar log wall that connected both fortifications. Another fort, Green's Redan, was positioned 75 yards south of the stockade Redan to bring fire to bear on any Union troops who went in that direction. It was along this road during the May 19th attack that Orion P. Howe, a 14-year-old drummer boy, received serious wounds while attempting to get ammunition for his comrades in the 55th Illinois Infantry Regiment. The brave young man, though seriously wounded and bleeding badly, made his way through the hail of bullets and shell towards the rear, where he found General William T. Sherman and gave him the message for more ammunition. He was later awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor for his bravery. After the war, Howe attended the U.S. Naval Academy, but settled down as a dentist in Missouri. The fighting at the stockade Redan on May 19th and May 22nd typified that of other positions along the Confederate lines, with Union forces huddled at the base of the fortifications, unable to move forward and unable to escape, waiting on night to come so that they could get back to their own lines. But while they waited on darkness to come, the Confederates tossed artillery shells over the walls at them. In some cases, the Union soldiers caught them and tossed them back, both sides playing a deadly game of survival. positions guarding the roads to Vicksburg. With openings for 5 guns, it was among the strongest, too. Occupied by the 21st Louisiana Infantry, the defenders counted Abraham Lincoln's brother-in-law as an officer in their ranks. On May 22nd, Union General John D. Stevenson's brigade had the responsibility of capturing this position. Staging just 200 yards from the fort, his men brought scaling ladders to mount the fort's steep walls. After running through a deadly wall of artillery fire and suffering terrible casualties, including the loss of 6 color bearers, the 7th Missouri Infantry managed to reach the base of the fort, only to make the heartbreaking discovery that the ladders were too short. Unable to scale the walls and break into the great redoubt, Stevenson's brigade had to brave the artillery and rifle fire again as they retreated from the position they had fought so hard to gain. Although lasting just 30 minutes, the attack cost the brigade 272 casualties. Any Confederate celebrations, however, were short-lived. For 3 days later, on the 25th of May, Union artillerymen established a massed battery of artillery just 700 yards away.
Decorated with a pattern of eyes representing Cleo's ability to see all. Her sash is decorated with the cross and stars of the Confederate battle flag. The bronze sculpture was installed in 1912, 3 years after the monument's dedication.
Here, man, film each one of those. People can pause the video to read them.
Oh, it's all the casualties. Yeah. That's so sad. Also add this, like the pictures in the video. I'm just saying. Thank you. 25 minutes. Jeez, almost 9,000.
Artillery, cannons to the left. We are going to fire our cannons off of this ridge right here. Look at that.
crescent-shaped fort was constructed to protect the Baldwin's Ferry Road entrance to Richmond.
Well,
It gets its name from the 2nd Texas Infantry that defended the fort through the entire siege. At 6 a.m. on May 22nd, 1863,
wow, look at the cannons up there on the hill. Allie, you can sit up in the window?
Huh?
Can you sit up in the window and get pictures or not?
Danny's right there.
Danny's not very, you know, helpful.
Thanks,
I bet that was a hard hill to take right there, huh? Look how steep. You had to climb up that and get past rifles and cannons. There's another one right up there. Another cannon up here. Pictures.
What's that say?
J.E. Smith Trench. Whoever Quinby was had a lot of locations. Still never saw a White House. Is that the White House? Oh. Another Illinois. There's a big Illinois contingent here.
Illinois was right on Mississippi, wasn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably why. It was
Iowa too. Here's Iowa.
Because you gotta remember, a lot of them, they either walked or they went down the Mississippi. So if they were right by the
Iowa.
Mississippi, that's where most of the, like if they were right
Danny,
there,
picture.
from where they were.
8th Battle, Wisconsin Artillery. Wow, look ahead of us, y'all. That's a battlefield right there. Would you look at that? Would you look at that, Megan? I don't know which way to go. That's two-way traffic. I guess we'll come back to that. I don't know. I have no idea. Wow, look at this, man. You can just sort of picture all the soldiers and tents and forts all set up. Look at all the low spots where they can go. I know, right? Well, I'm sure some of it was natural, because it's a hilly area anyway. Allie, you can sit up in your window if you want.
Who is that? Which one is that one? Is that Michigan? Can you see?
I don't see any.
Yes, it's Michigan. Okay, cool. So the feminine figure of this memorial is referred to as the spirit of Michigan. She is modeled on the Greek goddess Athena, goddess of wisdom, civilization, warfare, evil art, and quick endeavor. She is depicted with laurels in the right hand and a deer in the other. The deer is symbolic of civilization, progress, and wisdom.
Get a picture of Ohio. Michigan. Wow, look at all these cannons, y'all.
Oh, this is number one. Okay. I got it now.
After federal forces failed to take the Confederate defenses by storm on May 22, 1863, General Grant's army began conducting siege operations, digging trenches, and placing cannons at strategic locations. Captain Samuel DeGollier established this battery on May 25, 1863, putting his 8th Battery Michigan Light Artillery on this ridge. During the siege, upwards of 22 cannons on this ridge bombarded the Confederate defenders both day and night. Civil War artillery was organized into groups of up to 6 cannon called batteries, which allowed Federal artillerymen to constantly bombard the 9 major Confederate forts guarding the roads into the city. Among the cannon mounted here are smoothbore and rifled models. By looking at the front of the cannon muzzle, you can tell them apart by looking at the interior of the barrel. Rifled guns will have a series of ridges that spiral towards the back of the barrel, while smoothbores are, well, smooth. All of the green guns you see in the park are made of bronze or iron. To tell the difference, just remember the bronze turns to green with age. And if there's any doubt about the ability of the Federal gunners positioned here during the siege to hit the Great Redoubt, a Confederate fortification marked by the tall granite monument some 650 yards in front of you, most of the guns of DeGollier's battery could hit targets from 1,600 to 1,800 yards away. Sadly, DeGollier, who had earned a reputation during the Vicksburg campaign as one of the most capable artillery officers in Grant's army, only served here for a few days before...
I did. Should have done it. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay. Well, would you look at that? Do her definitely leave a mark.
Stop number 4.
We are?
On June 15th, Union soldiers under the command of General Thomas E.G. Ransom began digging approach trenches towards rifle pits manned by the 37th Mississippi Infantry, some 200 yards away. In order to better protect his men, General Ransom directed Captain John Wesley Powell of the 2nd Illinois Light Artillery to place an artillery battery a mere 100 yards from the Confederate line. Although Powell had already lost an arm in the Battle of Shiloh, he was up to the task. Powell had his men disassemble 2 cannon and haul them by hand into position where they were reassembled. The guns pounded the Mississippians at point-blank range and effectively kept the riflemen's heads down while the Union slowly constructed the approach trenches in preparation for a charge that would never be ordered. In 1869, after the Civil War, Powell became famous for leading a successful expedition of 9 men in 4 boats down the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. In 1881, he became the director of the U.S. Geological Survey and later director of the Bureau of Ethnology at the Smithsonian Institution.
Anybody get a picture?
I I just got a picture.
Danny, you need to get on board or get off the train, okay?
I wish I could.
Either get on board or get off the train.
Oh my god, get your own phone.
Would you look at that?
You're over there. Oh, and that dude up there. Yeah.
Go to Google and get a picture of yourself.
Well, I don't know which one it is. They all look the same. They're all white men with beards.
So why do you want a picture?
There's right up top. There's a cane on. Right up on the ridge, there's a cannon. Oh, more cannons on the ridge. Danny, picture. Danny, picture. Danny, picture.
They won't take a picture. Did you hear the video that you took yesterday? You're welcome for putting it 0.5.
I'll spread it up too.
Danny owes me a lot of pictures and videos off her phone.
I literally sent them to you. You were all like,
I got all those. That was 3 days ago. Pajamas. That's a big daddy.
Okay, I ain't get it.
That is a big daddy. That's double the size of the other ones. No, it don't. At least double. That's a normal one over there. I don't know what the tonnage is, but that and that are.
About 30
This
pounds.
is double that.
It's just, let's do about 30 pounds for that.
That is huge.
20 pounds. It doesn't say how much. Cool. Two wounded, 4 dead, or 2 dead. 4.
Megan, hit it.
Downcast from their defeats at Champion Hill and the Big Black River Bridge, the demoralized remnants of Pemberton's army made its way into the defenses of Vicksburg on May 18th. Hot on their heels and eager to end the campaign quickly, the men of General Sherman's Corps of the Union Army pressed the Confederates relentlessly. Having defeated the Confederates everywhere they encountered them since crossing the Mississippi River, Grant believed a quick sledgehammer blow would shatter the Confederate line and give him Vicksburg. The target of that heavy blow was the Stockade Redan Complex, a trio of large forts that blocked the Graveyard Road entrance
Big old
to
cannon
the city.
over there.
At 2 p.m. on May 19th, Sherman launched his assault on the huge earthwork that commanded the road. Struggling through the deep ravines on either side of the road, the blue-clad troops contended with man-made obstacles as well as the steep inclines. Pinned down, the Federals sought shelter wherever they could find it and remained until night provided cover for their retreat. The assault cost Sherman close to 1,000 casualties. 3 days later, on May 22nd, the Stockade Redan was again attacked as part of a general assault on all major Confederate positions along a 3-mile front. This time, Sherman sent his men straight down the old Graveyard Road. When the Union artillery ceased the bombardment that morning, the attackers were led by 150 volunteers who carried planks to bridge the ditch in front of the Redan and ladders to scale the walls. The Confederate defenders held their fire until the Federals had almost reached the Redan. Then they rose from behind the walls and delivered a devastating volley of musket fire that nearly filled the road with dead and wounded. Other unsupported assaults by parts of Sherman's corps were unsuccessful, and again, Sherman's troops were forced to retreat after suffering terrible losses.
An RV and bus turnaround back there. Right here.
Danny, can you get a picture of
There's a perfect view of a trench.
Wow. And to think that's man-made.
Yeah.
So
And there's another one going that way. Look, right there.
if you think about it, the way that the movies and everything depicts battlefields is nice for a friend.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
But it's realistically, it's a forest.
Oh, yeah.
So they had to clear the land and then dig trenches on top of it.
Yeah. Just, can you imagine just hiking up and down all these things once it's all built? Imagine the dirt that they had to move to get a lot of this stuff dug out. Buckets, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, let's get testy. Wouldn't it be awesome to have a drone out here? There's a lot of landmarks right here. Ewing's approach, on the Ewing's approach, what does it say? From this marker to the next, it followed this road. On the line of Ewing's approach, first dump for earth from main gallery established here.
So it goes all the way down. They went down that way. How do you do that without falling?
Wow. This was like the main hill for the battle right here. You can tell there's a lot going on. Michael Myers.
still morning air was shattered by a 4-hour artillery bombardment from the guns of Grant's army. At 10 a.m., the thunder of the cannon was replaced by rifle and musket fire of thousands of Union troops from Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, and Ohio as they marched forward through a Confederate rain of fire. Many of the blue-clad soldiers fell dead or wounded, while others took shelter behind what little protection they could find. A handful of Federals made it through the determined rebel resistance, most notably Corporal Thomas J. Higgins, the color bearer of the 99th Illinois Volunteer Infantry. The courageous corporal sprinted across the road and scaled the wall of the net, only to find himself surrounded by the amazed Texans who had reached out to help the brave Federal over the wall, then shook his hand in amazement of his bravery and luck. The battle continued throughout the day, but by 5 p.m., the Texans were reinforced, and the Federals were obligated to retreat to the safety of the Union lines. The cemetery occupying the site was established after the siege by the local Jewish congregation.
This is the last road right here for our exit. Amen. Once in a lifetime trip here. Experiences. Everybody watching the video that'll never come, they can watch the whole thing. Texas! Oh yeah. To your left. That monument is for Alabama.
Representing Alabama.
Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump was from Alabama.
Figure conveys the sacrifice of both men and women in the valiant defense of their state.
Don't forget Jenny. Georgia, Georgia. 14, Megan. Fort Garrett.
Fort Garrett is probably the best preserved fortification in the park. Union General Alvin P. Hovey's division occupied the sector of the Union siege line directly across from the fort, but his division did not arrive on the line until after the general assaults of May 22nd, so Fort Garrett was not attacked that day. During the siege, Hovey's men dug 2 approach trenches to within 50 feet of the outer slope of the fort in preparation for an attack if the siege failed. As in all Confederate forts, the soldiers here were continually harassed by the deadly, accurate fire of Union sharpshooters. On June 17th, Colonel Isham W. Garrett, the commander of the 20th Alabama Infantry manning this fort, was angered at the suffering caused by the sharpshooters. Colonel Garrett spied the location of the Union rifleman. He picked up a musket
Union lines. Union.
When he was instantly killed by the Federal bullet. That day, a messenger was sent to notify Colonel Garrett that he had been promoted to Brigadier General, but the brave colonel had died before the message ever reached him. The clear field in front of the fort is typical of what you would have seen here in 1860. The trees that now cover the park were planted during the 1930s to prevent any conservation. Discovered that grasses are better at controlling erosion than trees in this region. The goal is to selectively cut more trees so as to build a more historical distance.
Well, they planted all these trees. So imagine all this wide open with no trees on it.
Siege warfare differed from all other manifestations of Civil War combat, in that it is more structured and moved at a much slower pace. While the goal remained the same, the method was completely different. Rather than a rapid assault across a field towards the Confederate defenses, Union soldiers dug approach trenches, which were zigzag in shape and protected at the front by a sap rope, a large loosely woven basket filled with cotton or sticks. Once the soldiers advanced at a suitable distance, the work parties dug parallel trenches for which sharpshooters could further harass their opponents. The constant fire forced the Confederates to take cover, allowing the Union work parties to speed their digging. By the end of the siege, Union soldiers were close enough to hold conversations with the Confederates. In all, General Grant's men dug 13 different approaches at Vicksburg. Hovey's approach, seen at the southeastern corner of Fort Garrett, was begun on June 23rd and nearly reached the fort by the time of the surrender on July 4th.
There's a number up here.
Well, we just went in a circle, didn't we?
The visitor center, is that right? We just came through here for a while ago, didn't we? That is the end of the Battle of Vicksburg. Any comments?
No.
Okay then. Until next time.
I'll try the hose.
Vlogging.
Okay, where are we at?
Day 9.
Is it only 9?
Day 9.
Really?
We have left Jackson, Mississippi. It is our last day of vacation. We are headed to Gerald, Texas. And I'd like for each one of the kids to tell us what their favorite part of our vacation has been.
Your children aren't even listening.
Kids, take your earphones out.
Baby's up in the city.
Danny, take your earphones out.
Danny.
So elaborate. My favorite part of the vacation was probably the part where where we're going home. Just kidding. Probably New York. Just what?
Probably New York. What is that squeaking sound? Why are y'all squeaking?
Quit squeaking.
Or Nashville. Nashville's pretty nice, but it's kind of boring. You're small.
What? I didn't understand a word of that.
Or Nashville, but Nashville was really boring.
Well,
because it was small.
It was very disappointing we weren't able to do the Titanic. We were all looking forward, I think, to the Titanic Museum, and it was so booked up both the times that we wanted to go that we couldn't do it.
Allie, what was your favorite part?
Honestly, probably Washington, D.C. It let me have the opportunity to like nerd out a little bit and learn a lot more than I do in a classroom. So I really appreciated that. And also the 9/11 museum. That was pretty
Powerful.
It was intense, huh?
I appreciated it because like they don't really cover it in school as well as they do. I didn't even know about the World Trade Center. So I was kind of lost for the first 30 minutes we were in there because I didn't know what the World Trade Center was. So, yeah.
Good.
So I got to learn a lot on this trip, which is better than sitting here and going brain dead.
That's my little
Christian's
nerd.
favorite part was sitting on his phone the whole time. Okay, bye.
Christian, what was your favorite part?
Swimming at the hotels.
Is he alive? Is he back there?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
He's in his own little world.
Is he even listening?
Christian, what was your favorite part of vacation? There you go. Fools. He's not a learner.
Huh. Well, we're in Mississippi.
Mine
Seems to
was
be like
mine
the
was the
armpit of the
cemetery.
world.
Mine was Arlington National Cemetery.
That was yours?
That was 100% the main reason I went on vacation to Washington. And I enjoyed it immensely.
Yeah. Where are we going now?
Well, we left Jackson. We stayed at the casino in Cherokee. Megan and I took $500 out of the bank to gamble. We lost it, right? And then the next morning, yesterday morning, when we left there, before we left, I went down and took $200 out of the bank, thinking I could maybe win my money back a little bit. And I did. So we were able to win $200 back of our $500. So we only walked out of there negative $300. So not bad. We came over to Jackson, Mississippi to stay the night, to break up the long trip home, and slept in a wonderful hotel that Megan booked.
Go, Mom.
Choice Hotels, Country Inn, just in case you need a...
Who booked it?
You booked that one.
Thank you.
You booked that
Thank
one.
you.
Good choice. Good choice.
Thank you.
Now we're coming up on Vicksburg, Mississippi. Exactly 7 minutes
In 2
from
miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 4B toward West
Megan
Street,
set us up
downtown.
for a Civil War drive-through battle location
Yeah.
in Vicksburg, Mississippi. So on our way home, we're gonna stop in and drive through that. We'll vlog, we'll do some videoing while we're going through it here, so you can visit with us. And then after we do that, we'll be headed straight to Gerald, Texas. Vacation 23 will be done and over, and we probably won't go